so I'm not promising anything.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money Sports Betting Show. Uh, Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday,
Wednesday.
February 22nd. Hey, it's been a I day, so I apologize for the entrance being a little messed up.
We was talking a little behind the scenes stuff.
But yeah, talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's one of the big things going on for us right now. It's one of our favorite things,
especially with no football right now. Well, XFL.
But matter of fact, I got a WrestleMania 24/7 channel on right now watching. I think they're on WrestleMania 10, and they'll just go in order. I think they're on 10 right now.
But no, got a pretty good slate of college basketball games. Some probably some NHL. I'm assuming.
Yep.
NBA comes back tomorrow, so we'll have a lot more games to be able to go through and give picks out for tomorrow.
Got an XFL game.
Got an XFL game tomorrow as well. So
a lot of college games today. I noticed.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad. Give me 1 second. I didn't do too bad on my picks last night.
I went 3-3. I went NHL. I went 2-1, and went 1-2 in my college parlay. So
I went 3-2 in college basketball last night. I got Ball State, got a big win against Kent State. They were 3.5-point underdogs. They won that game. I had Texas at the -6.5 over Iowa State. They beat Texas. Blew Iowa State out.
I'll tell you what. Every time I bet,
I'll tell you what, that Marquette and Creighton game was a hell of a game. Creighton was up by like 12, and in the first half, then Marquette came back. Marquette ended up winning the game.
What conference? That was a real good game. Conference is Texas? What's that called?
Is it the Big 12? I'm not sure what they're in.
SEC is Kentucky in them. So I'm trying to remember what that's called. But Texas and all, that's one of the better conferences right now. Yeah. But every time I bet on the favorite, Baylor or Texas,
they're Big 12.
Big 12. Okay, every time I bet on one of the favorites, they lose. And the same thing in the SEC, Tennessee or them. Every time I bet on them, they lose.
Well, I had
favorites.
I had Tennessee last night and they lost, and then I also had IU, and they lost. But if I'd have been thinking right and realized that that was Michigan State's first home game since that tragedy, mass shooting a little over a week ago, I'd have never took IU to win that game at Michigan State. Because IU's only won like 2 games at Michigan State since like 1992. So they don't play well in Michigan State anyway. And then you have a tragedy like that happen, and they just brought all the students back to Michigan State this week. And then, they had a big tribute last night and everything. With all that emotion, I would have never picked IU.
How many games did they miss so far?
I think they just missed one home game. I think is what Michigan State missed was one home game. And it was pretty cool if you didn't watch it. IU, all the IU players and stuff had Spartan Strong shirts on. Even the coaches wore them shirts during the whole game, and all the players were wearing them on the sidelines. They had 8 empty seats in the front row with shirts on it to pay tribute to the. I think there's 5 that are still in the hospital, and then of course the 3 that tragically got killed in it. And
that's one thing about
Tom Izzo was crying. Yeah. I mean, it was emotional, but
one thing about Woodson, the IU coach, I think they got the right guy.
Yeah, I do.
I really do. I mean, of course, I think we've said that before. I think we definitely.
Last night we turned the ball over way too much, and Jackson Davis had his worst game of the season. He had 7 or 8 turnovers himself. We couldn't offensive. We didn't have going into with like 3 minutes left in the game. We only had 1 offensive rebound the whole game. We couldn't rebound. We just made too many mistakes in that game. And I mean, like I said, if I would have been realized what game it was, I would have never picked IU. And I'm a big IU fan, but I'm not gonna lie, with all the stuff going on, I kind of wanted Michigan State to win just because of the circumstances, even though I'm a Hoosier fan. Because I mean, it was nice to see all the people in the crowd and some people smiling, even if it's only for a couple hours to take your mind off stuff. That's a great thing about sports. I mean, it can be an outlet to get your mind off some of the struggles and hardships in life. So, even though I'm an IU fan, I did. It was kind of nice. No wonder, wrong camera, man. What the heck? Why did it switch cameras for? I was like, I'm almost off the screen. There we go. We were both almost off the screen. I'm like, hey, right now we're good. It was using this camera for some
Oh,
reason.
okay.
I better check our sound real quick. Hey, how's it going, Glenn? Are you having a good day? Are you going to be at Warrior Pro on
I
on
thought
Sunday?
I thought I seen he was going to be there. I thought I could
I
be
know
wrong.
he usually is unless he's out of town.
Yep.
At a sporting event.
I think he just got back yesterday. He's probably tired. He probably wore out.
Oh yeah, he's had a long week.
It sounded like he had a great week though. So.
Oh yeah, I'd have loved. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have loved to went to that NXT.
NXT
They went to, and I think I've never been to a NASCAR race, so it'd been awesome to go to Daytona. I keep saying I'm going to go to a NASCAR race. I've never went to one.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I like NASCAR. Okay, I like IndyCar better for me. I prefer the IndyCar. But I mean, I grew up when the Indianapolis 500.
Well, I'd like to go
in the 70s. I mean, when the Indianapolis 500 was on, man, I had my transistor radio out, because they didn't show it here because in Indiana. But I mean, it was big as a kid for me.
I've always listened to the 500 on the radio as well. I mean, hell, I used to go over to Red Wine's house and he'd have a big cookout and we'd play horseshoes and stuff and listen to the Indy 500 on the radio.
We need to set up an interview with Glenn and have him on.
Yeah.
And if Glenn would be willing to come on and talk about wrestling and his love for sports, I think it'd be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to do
Glenn,
that. He said he'll be there Sunday. So maybe we'll talk to him. Maybe we can talk to him Sunday about it.
Yeah. We'll talk to you Sunday and see if you'd be interested, Glenn. We'd love to have you. You're a big, huge wrestling fan.
And big sports fan. And not only that, he's a big supporter of what we do. So we greatly appreciate that.
Oh, definitely, and a big Indiana sports fan. Whether it's IU or IU's women's team or the Fever or the Pacers or the Colts or anything in Indiana, pretty much. High school. I know he went to a game. I think it was Richmond.
Yes.
He went to a Richmond game here not too long ago.
I'll be seeing him at if everything goes right, I'll be seeing him at Indiana Fever games because he has season tickets for the Fever.
Yep.
All right, let's start in college basketball.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, I went 3-2 yesterday, so that brings my record for the year to 110 and 102. So still 8 games over 500. He said, "Yes, I'm down for sure. I'll speak to you guys Sunday." Sounds good, Glenn. There is a pretty big slate of games in college basketball. We'll go through those, and then I know Dad has some NHL. I would say.
Yep.
Let's see. You got Bellarmine against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a 4.5-point favorite. They're minus 196 on the money line. Over/unders at 122.5. I'd favor Jacksonville in the game, being at home. It's, like I said, it's not one of the games I'm going to give out as one of my picks, but UMass Lowell against UMBC. UMass Lowell is a 2.5-point favorite. Over/under at 150.5. I don't know a whole lot about these two teams, so it's a game I'm staying away from, but I would favor UMass Lowell on the road. Boston University at Army. Army's a 2.5 favorite at home. I like Army in that game. That's one I didn't write down that I meant to. Got distracted as I was writing stuff down by some of the stuff that was going on during the afternoon show. Real quick, if you missed the afternoon blitz, go check it out. We covered a lot of sports stuff and some non-sports stuff. So it was an entertaining show. So go check it out. I'm sure you guys will like it. And also, real quick, before we continue with the games, go check out the ASAP Network new mobile app. You can find it if you have Android devices. You can find it at the Google Play Store. The ASAP Network. It's also on Roku. We also have a Roku channel now, so go check that out. ASAP Network, and on Amazon. So if you have a Fire Stick, you can find the ASAP Network app on the Fire Stick. All the shows will get uploaded on there. They try to upload them either same day or the next day, but the app just got going. So as we get all the bugs and stuff worked out, the new episodes will get uploaded a little quicker.
Hopefully they'll get the wrestling shows on.
Yeah, I think the wrestling shows will be on the app as well. But so go check out the new ASAP network app. I've already downloaded it on my phone and I've watched a few episodes on it. I like it, and it's just going to keep getting better because we're going to make some changes, little changes to it to make it better. Like I said, it just dropped like 2 days ago. But so make sure you go check out the new ASAP Sports Network app. That's something big that just launched here for the ASAP Sports Network, which GSR Gonzo Sports Room is a part of. So go check that out. We do a lot of shows with ASAP, and they got a lot of talented guys over there. Go check out.
Definitely.
You got Jay McLovin, Mike Hughes. You got Rob Scott, Frankie. Logan Landers, Jay Ness does a MMA show, Throwing Hands. That's a great show.
Guy does the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, Greg does the Kansas City Red Kingdom show. That's a real good show, especially if you're a Chiefs fan. So go over and they got a lot of content coming out over on the ASAP Network. So go check out that.
What's cool because a lot of guys are all from different states, and it's just not Indiana, or just not New York, or not just California. It's covering a lot of different places, a lot of different opinions. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And don't forget unscripted because
unscripted
Tuesdays
and Thursdays at 7.
Saturdays, I think also some Saturdays. So they're a great program.
And then during college football season, they got a real good college football show that starts like at 9 a.m. on Saturdays and goes up to kickoff of the college breakdown with Ray Cruz and Dre Montez. They do a great job on that show. I watch it some on Saturday mornings. And Ray Cruz does if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, he does a Jacksonville Jaguar show. We do Indianapolis Colts show, Horseshoe Talk during NFL season. So there's all kinds of different shows and different personalities coming out of the network. Next game we got is Providence. They're ranked number 20th in the country against UConn. UConn's a 7.5 point favorite. They're minus 320 on the money line. Over-unders at 142.5. I think this is going to be a good game. I like UConn to win this game. But the 7.5, I think that's a little too many points. So I'm not going. It's not going to be one of my picks, but I do think UConn wins the game. I just think 7.5 might be a little too many points. Then you have Charleston Southern against UNC Asheville. UNC Asheville is a 9.5 point favorite. They are minus 600 on the money line. Over-unders at 145.5. I like UNC Asheville in that game as well. You have the Virginia Cavaliers, ranked 6th in the country at Boston College. That's went up a little bit. They're 9.5 point favorites now. It was at 9. I like Virginia in this game. They're the better team. And I think Boston College is going to have trouble staying with Virginia. Syracuse at Clemson. Clemson's a 4.5 point favorite. Over-unders at 145.5. I like Clemson at home in this game over Syracuse. At the minus 4.5. South Florida against UCF. UCF's 8.5 point favorite. Over-unders at 141.5. I would favor UCF at home. I think 8.5 points might be a little too many. Vanderbilt and LSU. Vanderbilt's a 2.5 point favorite on the road. That kind of surprises me that Vanderbilt's a favorite on the road against LSU, but I would favor LSU. It's not a game I'm taking. I don't feel that confident about it, but I do think LSU will beat Vanderbilt. Kentucky and Florida. I know that's a game that's going to be on ESPN tonight. Kentucky's the 2.5 point favorite, minus 144 on the money line. Kentucky's really struggled this year. This actually might be one of the first years in a long time that Kentucky or North Carolina neither will make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's possible.
Unless they go on runs here toward the end of the season, because North Carolina has lost, I think, like 9 or 10 games in a row or something.
Yeah,
they're really struggling. Kentucky has struggled some as well. I do think Kentucky picks up a win tonight against Florida. Temple and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 6.5 point favorite. Over-unders at 139.5. I like Cincinnati at home. And then, another game, you got number 1 Houston at Tulane. I like Houston in that game. It was at 15. I'm trying to check to make sure it's still at 15. There's a lot of games.
Yeah, there was a lot of college games today.
Okay, yeah, that's actually went to 14 and a half. I like Houston at the 14 and a half against Tulane. I just think Houston is going to be too much for Tulane. Alabama and South Carolina. Alabama's the number 2 team in the country. They're 17 and a half point favorites. You got North Carolina against Notre Dame. North Carolina's a 6.5 point favorite. I think North Carolina wins this game. Notre Dame is just not a very good team this year. They've been struggling. North Carolina's been struggling as well, though. But I think it's going to be a close game. So I like Notre Dame at the plus 6.5. But for my picks for the college basketball today, I'm going to go with make sure I have that right. Virginia at the minus 9.5 against Boston College. I like Virginia in that game. I think Virginia is just going to be too much. Also like Houston at the minus 14.5 against Tulane. I like Army at home at the minus 2.5 against Boston University. Clemson at the minus 4.5 against Syracuse at home. And then I like Notre Dame at home at the plus 6.5 against North Carolina. That's going to be my picks for today.
Okay, I got a college basketball parlay for tonight. I got Bradley minus 8.5 at Valpo. I've got Colgate minus 7.5 at Lafayette, and I've got Butler plus 2.5 at DePaul. That's my college basketball parlay for tonight. Now I've got an NHL parlay for tonight. I got Winnipeg Jets winning at moneyline win at the New York Islanders. I got Calgary Flames moneyline win at the Arizona Coyotes, and I've got the Chicago Blackhawks at the Dallas Stars, and I got the Dallas Stars winning in that moneyline winning that. So that's my parlay for the NHL tonight.
Okay. Is there a lot of NHL games tonight?
No, I think there was only 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
There wasn't a whole lot tonight.
There's a bunch of college basketball. Like I said, that's about all there is tonight, really. Tomorrow we got NBA. We'll go through NBA games. You got an XFL game. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's on FX, isn't it?
Yes, it's on FX.
That's going to be kind of different watching a football game on FX, but I wonder how they got, because they're on ESPN and like ABC on all the other ones in FX.
Yeah, got some kind of deal, and there's not all the just a Thursday night game, and there's not every Thursday either. So it must have been some kind of deal. I mean, some kind of money deal in there. Also, go ahead and announce. I guess Friday, Chris will make a flyer. And exact what time we're going to do bare knuckle fighting this Friday night.
Do a watch along for that.
We'll do a watch along for that, and so that should be good. I think the prelims. We'll have to double check. I think the prelims start at 8, so maybe the regular card starts at 9. We'll double check, and Chris will put off a graphic on that. Let everybody know, but that should be interesting.
And then today at 5:30 p.m. or 5:30, excuse me, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. 6:30 Eastern. We have pro wrestler Austin Casey. He's gonna come on talk about his wrestling experience being in the business, and also I know they have a big fundraiser show coming up in a couple weeks.
And I think is he the wrestler from Illinois? No, it's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's American Wrestling Experience. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, AWE or.
Well, I know we had a 5-star too, so I wasn't sure which was which.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, well, you know what? At 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll find out for sure. Because I can't. I know it's one of them. They're doing a big fundraiser for, I think, for a family or something. So I know they just done another organization done one over the weekend that done real good. They're doing one. He's going to come on and promote that, and I'll also talk about how long he's been in the business and some of his experiences in the business and stuff. So it should be a good conversation. This Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be live streaming a pro wrestling show, Warrior Pro Wrestling. I think it's 18.
I think so.
I think it's Warrior. I think it's WPW 18. But we'll be there live Sunday. We'll do live commentary. You'll be able to watch all the matches. Really looking forward to going. Because of my health, we missed the last couple.
Yep.
We usually are there every month. So I'm really looking forward to getting back down there. They do a great job there at WPW.
Got a big I Quit match. Buck Sexton against Jake Carter. An I Quit match. That should be interesting. And a couple others, some big matches.
Rachel Armstrong
Storm.
making her debut.
And it's up for the title, going for the title. I guess the title got held up due to injury to the former champion. So it's going to be Charlie. I mean, that's a definitely a hot ticket there for that match. And then I know Logan Myers is going to be defending his new championship that he has on that card also. So.
And I'm sure Dutch Boy Platinum will be there.
Yep.
Jared Kripke, another real hot guy on the independent scene. So I mean, they have a good card.
Yeah, there's a big tag team match also going to be there too. So it's going to be a great card.
And
it should be really good.
Hey, we can't forget the president.
No, the president. Well, he's in the tag team match with.
Can't forget the president, Jeremy Hadley. I'm telling you guys, if you're a wrestling fan, if you haven't seen Jeremy Hadley in action, you need to check him out. Not only is he good in the ring, but just his how to work in the crowd, talking. He's
fantastic.
I love going to watch Jeremy Hadley. I really do.
One of the best in Indiana, probably one of the best in the Midwest. So yeah, Jeremy Hadley's fantastic. So definitely want to check that out. If you can't make it to the show. Again, bell time's at 3. So
yeah, doors open if you can. Hey, if you're in the Danville, Indiana area, doors open at 2. Get you a ticket and go. You won't be disappointed for the price. I think it's like $12 or something. I know that I think it's $12 for general admission.
I think so. I believe.
And but no, for the price, you're not going to find any better entertainment. I mean, it's for what 2.5 hours of action, and they got a nice facility there and everything. So
great production.
Definitely go check them out. And then March 5th, go check out Summit Pro Wrestling. They got a real good card put together, and they always run real good shows there. That's in Greenfield, Indiana. Doors open at 3 for that. Bell times at 4. We'll be live streaming that on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch as well. We got a lot. If you're a wrestling fan, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
A lot of exciting stuff coming up.
The next couple months. So
busy March and busy April, and I'm sure busy after that.
Oh
also.
So make sure you stay tuned in. My picks for today. Go over them one more time before we get out of here. Virginia minus 9.5 over Boston College. Houston minus 14.5 over Tulane. Army minus 2.5 against Boston University. Clemson minus 4.5 against Syracuse, and I also like Notre Dame at the plus 6.5 at home against North Carolina. Make sure you check out, like we talked about, the new ASAP Network mobile app. If you're an Android user, you can find it at the Google Play Store. You can also find it on Amazon. So if you've got a Fire Stick, you can find it there. And on Roku, you can find our Roku channel at ASAP Network as well. It will be coming to Apple real soon. So once it hits Apple, we'll for all you people that have the Apple products, we'll let you guys know. You'll be able to find all the GSR stuff on there as well. So go check it out. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. We'd greatly appreciate it. Like and follow Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the different information about our shows, where we're going to the live events that we do, where we're going to be at, and then plus any information about our normal daily shows. We appreciate all the support. Do you have anything, Deb?
No, I'm good to go.
We'll be live. Let's see, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, so we still have 2 more shows today. We'll be live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern with pro wrestler Austin Casey. And then tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, we'll have GSR Gonzo Sports Room. I know Jay McLovin's going to join me tonight because I know Dad'll be at work. And then I think Mike Hughes is going to make another appearance tonight on GSR as well.
Is he still employed?
So it should be a fun time tonight with them 2 guys. Both of them are pretty knowledgeable, and you never know what's going to happen when you get them 2 together.
No.
You get everybody together. So come join us for that tonight. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 3:00 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great day.